Bureau Veritas. Uh, we mostly deal with existing facility owners or folks who are looking to get financing on their buildings and the commercial due diligence that they need to make sure their structures are in good condition and good shape. What we were looking for was we had developed a field collection tool where our assessors would go on site, and with this tool they would capture any number of things from data plates to whatever it may be, the primary thing being data plates on assets, everything from water heaters to package units to commercial kitchen equipment. And when they were done in the field, they would go back to their office, they would use the same field collection tool, and they would bound the make, model, and serial numbers off of the data plates. Unless the assessor sat there and made sure every digit was transcribed correctly, just one digit at the end of a long number, and it's an invalid result. So we had a lot of assessors who, number one, did poorly at the transcription process, and number two, didn't like the transcription process. So there had to be a better way to do it. As we went looking for folks, I'm glad we found you all because you all offered the most features of anyone that we were looking with or trying to onboard. Internally, we did a review and we found our error rate in-house was about 6.5%. So you can imagine out of every 100 numbers we transcribed, almost 7 of those were incorrect. So how do we solve the transcription part? And that's where we found Super AI. What we were looking for involved some very specific attributes, mostly on the data plates. So again, we go back to the make, model, and serial number. It's not always clear, and it can sometimes be very difficult to figure out. But since working with Super AI, also we've added additional fields that you all have been very receptive to. We're trying some brand new ones in the last couple of days, actually, that I've seen just initial results, and I'm really blown away that you're able to do what you're able to do with them. So it's a significant improvement. So we're onboarding about 3 or 4 national, let's say 3 national grocers right now, and 2 additional, some of the largest in the nation convenience store chains. And that workload just alone, if we had to do that in-house, well, first, we could not handle it in-house. We're having enough trouble with the general labor for the actual task, which is going in the field and collecting the data. If we had to deal with it on the back end, we wouldn't be able to do it. Probably a couple. So we had definitely, there was a couple things we needed to solve. That was capacity, accuracy, and if we're able to solve those, can we also have a benefit of improved labor costs? We were able to hit on all 3. None of those 3 would be possible without the API. It really is a combination of quite a few things, and it all fits together really well. So your alls have been able to jump in and handle a workload that we could not address, and most importantly, well, there's 2 other factors, of course, is the benefit of the labor savings. With your all's efficiencies, you're able to do it at a labor rate that benefits us in the process, and the accuracy is just is phenomenal. And what we've tested so far, we're at about almost 20,000 data points, and we found 3 errors in 20,000 data points. It really is a relief on the whole process, going from what would almost be something we could not do to not even having to worry about it. We have the API now. Click a couple buttons, the data, migrates over to you all, comes back, and it's done. We understood that we had these projects in the pipeline. They were specifically my projects, and I saw that we had a barrier to actually being able to complete them on our largest program, a large national grocer. By not onboarding a service like you all, let alone a service that's worked as well as you all, we would have nearly doubled our time on site with that client. We would not be the vendor for these folks now without your all service on the back end, primarily because we couldn't do it, let alone we couldn't have done it well. So it's hard to describe, but you all have really, this partnership has allowed this workflow to flow from A to B and finish. So it really is a good step.